And in terms of your own growth in the company, did you see a lot of growth for yourself?
So I started as marketing manager, and I left as marketing director. But they, well, fuck it, I'll tell you how it is. So they did a management buyout a couple of years ago, which effectively means some people in the business now own it.
I see.
So I got made director, and I think at the time there were 6 directors in the business. And then a few months later, I walk into a board meeting or a manager's meeting or whatever they call it, and 4 of them announced that they've bought the company. They've done a management buyout.
And you had no idea?
Not a fucking Scooby-Doo. So you talk about like the message that sends is like, that's your place. So I think from that moment, I was like...
You kind of checked out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely like...
That's a huge just...
Yeah, I'm still sour about it, if I'm honest. Like, and I feel like there's some...
Because you would have bought in. Had you been given the opportunity, would have you?
I would have... Well, I don't know what the terms are, right? So it's difficult to answer the question, but what I think I deserved was...
The opportunity.
The opportunity.
Considering how much time you'd given to the company.
Correct. Yeah, and loyalty, and there'd been other opportunities along the way that I'd turned down to stay there. What really annoyed me is that my eyes to diversity and inclusivity were opening up massively around that time, because this is post 2020, and the fact that 4 middle-aged white men bought the business was another signal that like we're so far away from inclusivity in businesses. Like, we don't need another 4 middle-aged white men to buy a business. Like, so I just like, well, I don't think it's not people. It's not a business now I would want to be associated with. But what was more painful is like, they're not people I want to be associated with anymore. So like people that I had relationships with, how can you trust someone who's
not going to be honest and give you the opportunity?
Especially when they've said there'll be opportunities. So I think it was a lesson, but it's also probably a blessing, because why would you want to go into something with someone that you can't trust, right? So, but yeah, definitely disappointing that was a decision they decided to make.
Were you given any reason as to why you weren't approached?
I wasn't even asked what my like feelings or emotions or response were to it. It was like delivered so nonchalant, like, and it was also like delivered in a way that you should be happy about it, and that there's now more stability because without getting into too much detail, like it's wrong, and it was in my eyes it was wrong, it was done wrong, and what people say is, it's business.
But it's not.
It's just business. But when you bring people in on the basis of relationships, and throughout the working life together, you use that relationship as currency. You can't then say it's just business.
No.
So we're still cool.
Yeah.
But internally, I'm like, fuck them.
Yeah.
Like, if I see them, like, never burn a bridge. We're cool. Like, how you doing? Blah blah blah. Like, you know, at their core, they're not like terrible people. They're not like terrorists.
No.
But fuck them. In the nicest possible sense. Fuck them.
Yeah, because you were just completely cut out from that opportunity.
Yeah.
Which is
as were others.
Yeah.
I mean, there was someone that's been in the business for 30 years.
Jeez.
And he didn't get the opportunity.
That's ridiculous.
It is.
And was he a middle-aged white man?
No, well, they're all white men. We were in Brighton, so I'm the only person of colour in the business.
But he was probably older.
Yeah, he was in the 60s. Yeah.
So it seems like there were probably a lot of things at play at this company.
To be honest, I think greed's probably the biggest reason, and a misconception that I don't know. But
Yeah.
there's that thing there's a thing in my head that goes, if I was white, I'd probably be in there. That's the thing in my head. Maybe that's something I have to overcome, but that's kind of what history and my experiences in business have told me, is that that's the reason why. Because it's not based on the merit and quality of work that I've delivered. That's 100% sure.
That's a really tough thing to walk with.
Yeah. Like I'm past it now, and it's fuel and motivation to what I'm doing now. It's interesting that you brought it up, because you don't often get space to kind of speak about it, because it's like this. Oh, you can't really point the finger at them and this, that, and the other. And I'm kind of like, I feel I'm sort of turning into a bit of a disruptor in like the business space. I'm like, fuck that. I'll tell how it is. It's the truth. Why can't I say how I felt about it? Why have I got to pretend that it's cool? It's not cool. It's fucked up.
And even you saying that part of your mind is like, it's because I'm black. That's not pointing a finger. That's just sharing how you feel.
Yeah. Well, in the same way, right? Had there been 7 directors and one of them was a woman and she didn't get it, I'm pretty sure she would have felt like, is it because I'm a woman? You know?
I've had experiences like that.
Right. So, I think that's a natural reaction to have. Like, what is it that's different about me that you felt wasn't good enough?
Yeah.